Hi, my name is Jamie Brown, and today I'm going to talk to you about some books for 5th to 7th grade readers. These books talk about characters who overcome obstacles in their own lives, and in doing so, realize how strong they truly are. These books will be beneficial for readers in this age range because the characters deal with some of the same issues, such as dealing with sense of self and trying to figure out the world around them. I'm sure we've all had times in our own lives where we've had experiences that made us realize that we have much more courage than we ever thought we could have. Whether you enjoy books with strong female characters or strong male characters, you will find these books enticing. The first book that I want to talk to you about today is Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. This book is about a young boy named Mufatu that lives in a fishing village. Now, Mufatu's name means stout heart, but in his village, the other villagers see him as anything but having a stout heart. They actually see him as a coward because he is scared of the ocean. He's terrified of the ocean ever since he was little when his mother died by drowning. Now, when Mufatu turns 12, he decides that he's going to face his fears no matter what, even if it kills him. So he sets out on a voyage on the ocean. I'm going to read you a paragraph that kind of gives you a sense of what Mufatu must have been feeling as he realized that all of the other villagers saw him as a coward. It was obvious to everyone that Mufatu was useless upon the sea. He would never earn his proper place in the tribe. Stoutheart. How bitter the name must taste upon his father's lips. Do you think Mufatu will get the courage to go on his ocean journey? Do you think Mufatu will overcome his fears? And do you think the village will finally see Mufatu as something other than a coward? You'll have to read Call It Courage to find out. Hi. The second book I would like to talk to you about today is called Julie of the Wolves by Jean Craighead George. This is an exciting, suspenseful book about a young Eskimo girl named Myax who decides to escape her village in Alaska to get away from an unwanted marriage and an aunt that's trying to force her into English ways to San Francisco, where she will meet up with a pen pal that she's been writing. So Myax packs up her bags with some food and supplies and takes off for San Francisco. But along the way, she gets lost in the Alaskan territory. She quickly runs through all of the food and supplies that she's brought with her. And the only way she has to survive is to see if she can get a wolf pack that she's come upon to trust her and communicate with her so that she can get supplies and survive the cold, harsh winter. We're going to take a look at a clip that shows you some of the things that Julie experiences along her journey in the Alaskan territory. third book I want to talk to you about is called The Sign of the Beaver by Elizabeth George Spear. This book is about a young boy named Matt and his father who go to Maine to build a log cabin for their family. When the cabin is finished, Matt's father leaves Matt alone for what they think is going to be 6 weeks, and it actually turns out to be months, while he goes back and fetches the rest of the family. In Matt's time alone, he encounters a bandit who comes in, basically takes over the cabin, steals his gun, which was the only way Matt had to hunt and get food. Matt also encounters Indians along the way. Matt had to grow up really quickly in order to fend for himself while he was left alone. Let's take a quick look into some of the things that Matt experienced in his time alone at the cabin.
Ben Loomis! You bring it back!
But trouble soon appears as Matt encounters a series of mysterious and dangerous strangers.
I put you where you were, in creek.
No!
I should have screamed what was in my heart. No! When you said Matt could stay alone, no!
So, what do you think? Does Matt survive his time alone at the cabin? Does he have what it takes to survive until his family gets back to him? You'll have to read The Sign of the Beaver to find out. Hi, the fourth book that I would like to talk to you about today is Red Dog by Bill Wallace. This is a fun, exciting, suspenseful book about a young boy who moves from Tennessee to the rugged Wyoming Territory in 1860s. Now, Adam didn't want to move to Wyoming. He really wanted to stay in Tennessee, but his stepfather forced him to move there along with his mom and his little sister. Adam was really lonely there and really missed Tennessee. The only friend he really had was his Red Dog pup. He would go hunting with the Red Dog, and occasionally they came upon dangers, such as mountain lions. But little did Adam know at the time that mountain lions weren't the only dangers that lurked in the territory. He would soon find out that there was much more to be scared of. One day his father decides to go to town to pick up the deed to their land, and he leaves Adam in charge as man of the house, and he's to protect his family. Not long after the stepfather leaves, some gold prospectors come, and they're going to get the gold off the land no matter what, even if it means killing people. Now Adam has to protect his family because he's the only one there. I'm going to read you a part from the book where Adam first encounters the gold thieves. The man was close enough to grab him, only he didn't. The form just stood there, staring straight ahead, not moving. There was a gulping sound in Adam's throat when he swallowed. An inch at a time, he scooted away. Using his hands and feet, he pushed himself back. Any second, he expected the man to reach down and grab him. Big, hard hands would squeeze into his arm, making him yell because of the pain. Only the man didn't move. His empty eyes just stared back into the dark. Do you think Adam will have the courage to stand up to the men and save his family? What about Red Dog? What part do you think he plays in the outcome of this story? And do you think Adam's opinion of Wyoming will change after these events? You'll have to read Red Dog to find out. You won't have any trouble finishing this book. The suspense in this book keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. The last book that I would like to talk to you about today is called Sounder by William H. Armstrong. This book is about a young black boy and his family who live in the South in the 19th century. The boy's father is a sharecropper, and their family is very, very poor, and oftentimes starving. Every night the father would go out hunting with Sounder, but they came home empty-handed every time because hunting was very poor. Just when the family had given up hope, they wake up to the smell of ham cooking. They enjoy the ham, but a while later something bad happens. The sheriff and his deputies show up and arrest the father, saying that they had proof that he stole the ham. As they're dragging off the father, his loyal dog Sounder goes after him to protect him. After they have left, the boy finds evidence that Sounder has been shot, but Sounder is nowhere to be found, so he doesn't know whether he is alive or dead. So the boy searches for the dog for a long time. The father is jailed in a nearby town, and we later find out that he is convicted of the crime and sentenced to do hard labor as punishment. So he's sent off to a labor camp, and the family has no idea where he was sent to, and the boy is determined to find his father. So he goes around to the different labor camps looking for him. And along the way, he develops a relationship with the teacher. And this teacher gives him probably the best gift of his life. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to read the book to find out. So what do you think? Does Sounder ever return home, or was he killed by that gunshot? And what was the gift that the teacher gave the boy? And will the father ever make it home, or will he spend the rest of his life paying for the crime of stealing the ham? You'll have to read Sounder to find out. If danger, suspense, and courage sound enticing to you, read these books that I've recommended. And if you read them and enjoy them half as much as I did, remember to recommend them to a friend. Happy reading!